Happy Friday, traders. Today's session sealed another winning week as the Dow powered to record highs on hefty volume and IWM joined the all-time high party. Brushing off the shutdown static, NASDAQ cooled off a bit, but standouts like Oscar Health's breakout kept the action electric amid delayed jobs data and a weak ISM print. You're listening to the Stock Market Summary Series, and as always, we're getting into what we're seeing in the charts, but please know that none of this is buying or selling advice. We're just here to provide market commentary and trading education. Keyword being education. Nothing we say here is financial advice. And lastly, if you're liking these videos, do us a solid and give us a like. We'd really appreciate it. All right, with that said, let's get into it.
Yeah, it really was quite a technical display today. The key thing here, I think, is just how that technical bullishness is completely overriding the, softer economic signals we're getting.
Definitely.
Look at the indices. The Dow, so DIA climbed 0.52%, new all-time highs.
On big volume, too.
Significant volume, yeah. But the real confidence, for me, was in the small caps. IWM surged 0.75% to a fresh peak.
Right.
And importantly, that surge was building right off that critical 20-day moving average we were watching.
Oh, I talked about that bound.
That's pure momentum confirmation, right? Meanwhile, you had the tech-heavy QQQ taking a bit of a measured pause, dipped 0.42%.
Okay.
So it kind of confirms that rotation seems firmly into value and small caps for now.
Exactly. When you see that kind of divergence, you got to look where the volume is really flowing.
Okay.
And for us, well, it flowed right into those setups we flagged. Oscar Health delivered just an explosive cup and handle breakout.
Yeah.
The volume was absolutely massive.
Huge volume.
And when you combine that kind of technical setup with that high short float potential we noted, that's like potential rocket fuel for a short squeeze.
A coiled spring, exactly.
Yeah. And we also saw USA Rare Earth extending its ascending triangle breakout. Even higher volume there, too.
And what's fascinating, right, is that these specific setups really highlight a kind of universal trading principle. Spotting those coiled patterns, getting your risk calibrated correctly, it just pays off big when the market moves your way.
Absolutely.
The difference between, just watching these and actually profiting is understanding that volume confirmation and managing the risk. It's that focused approach, pattern recognition, risk calibration, trade execution. That's exactly the kind of deep technique we work on in the Grok Trade mentorship program.
Good point. Okay, so diving into sectors, that theme of divergence kind of continued, didn't it?
It did.
We saw defensive sectors leading, utilities, XLU, up over 1%, like 1.16.
Yeah, that's telling.
Because right at the bottom, you had consumer discretionary XLY lagging, down 0.64%. And XLY is often that proxy for consumer risk appetite, right?
Right.
So seeing it dip while a defensive leads, it suggests maybe some underlying caution, even with indices at record highs.
Thanks.
Healthcare XLV, that had an exceptional week overall. And then there's financials, XLF. It's kind of chopping sideways, but it is holding that key 50-day moving average.
Holding that line.
Definitely building energy in XLF. We need to watch that one closely. Its direction feels like a key barometer for market health next week.
And that tension, you mentioned defensive leadership versus the technical strength in the indices, it ties directly back to that messy economic picture.
Yeah, the shutdown effect.
Exactly. The government shutdown delayed the crucial non-farm payrolls and unemployment rate data, left a vacuum. The only fresh data point we got was the September ISM Services PMI.
How'd that look?
Pretty soft, actually, printed right at 50. That's below the 51.7 consensus guess. Signals a significant stall, really, in the services sector.
Okay, so soft data there.
So you've got this undeniable technical strength just running over kind of tepid or even bearish economic data. The question is, how long can those technical patterns keep defying fundamental gravity?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
And hey, as always, guys, if you've got a stock you're watching or a question about the markets, drop it in the comments. We might cover it in an upcoming episode. And by the way, if you're enjoying this video and appreciate these market summaries, do us a big favor and hit that like button. It's totally free and helps us out in a big way. And click subscribe, too, so you don't miss a beat. You can always unsubscribe later. Okay, let's pivot quick to safe haven flows. Because this is where you kind of see the market's underlying nervousness maybe showing up. Bitcoin spiking 1.5%. It's hovering super close to a new all-time high. could see a weekend breakthrough potentially.
Interesting timing.
And metals also marched strongly higher. They shrugged off that earlier dip. Gold at 0.8%. Silver up a hefty 3%.
Wow, silver moving.
Yeah. The fact that gold and silver are rallying alongside that small cap momentum, it says a lot about the kind of institutional capital rotation and maybe hedging going on under the surface.
Yeah, the takeaway this week really is finding clarity in all this chaos. I mean, days like today where IWM validates that 20-day bounce we watched, and Oscar Health delivers that kind of outsized breakout, it just demonstrates that having a robust methodology is essential.
You need a process.
You really do. Our mentorship, it arms you with the ability to identify these high-probability technical setups, confirm them with volume, manage your risk effectively, gives you a serious edge in a market that's always changing.
Makes sense.
Today's record highs in the Dow and IWM, they prove that, for now anyway, pure technical bull power is overriding the noise from that NFP delay and the tepid ISM red.
So wrapping up, what does this all mean for you heading into the weekend? We've got clear divergence playing out. What's your conviction on XLF's energy buildup? Which way does it break next week, higher? Or does it confirm the caution we're seeing in XLY?
Key questions.
And how sustainable do you think Oscar's squeeze is, especially as this shutdown saga evolves and economic uncertainty still hangs heavy?
Lots to watch.
Definitely. Keep your focus on volume and pattern confirmation. Have a great weekend, everybody. Stay safe and tune in next week as we continue to cover the markets and these developments we've mentioned.